Hi, it's Charlie giving you Friday's live trading. I hope you're very well. It's just gone past 10 to 8 in the morning. As it currently stands, there's no real news out today, economic news, and it's been a funny old week from day to day, really, depending on whether stuff's set up or not. Um, but I'm looking at cable here this morning, so as we can see, it's come up. I'm gonna look if we can get a pullback. I'm gonna look for a pullback into one of my bands, probably the 30-minute band, and I'll have a look at that. That's the only thing I can see across the majors here at the moment. So we'll see how we go. I'll press pause for now. Okay, so just back, we're 39 seconds in, and the pound has just sort of held up here this morning. It didn't do that pullback that I was looking for, and it's just holding up. So it's starting to look less, with as time goes by, it's looking less likely I'm going to be able to get in. So I'm sat here with the guys in the trading room, and we're just having chats here about various techniques and strategies and stuff. But as we can see, the pound is running away from me a bit here. So it could well be that once the pound comes up to these highs, then that's sort of it. It's the game's lost. So is there anything I could have done differently here this morning? No, I was already looking at this morning. The one pullback that it did would have been on the 15-minute chart if it had done the 15-minute lower bands. And come down to lower bands at that point, then maybe, but we didn't. It didn't do that anyway. So no. So it's just running away. So the week has been relatively quiet. But let me give you something here. I'm going to talk to you a bit about something that we've done. So all I've done this week is I've taken two trades, two very small intraday trades on the euro dollar, both of which lost. That was on Monday and Tuesday. And I would say they lost about 1/10 of what I made on another trade. So roughly speaking, I'm trying to remember how much I lost on those, but yeah, about 1/10, maybe a little bit even less than that. So about 1/10. So the trade that I took this week with the guys in the trading room here um, was the euro pound. So if let's go out to the weekly charts. I'm not going to say everything there is to say about this trade, but let's just I'm showing you a weekly chart here, and yet I entered this trade. I believe it was on an intraday basis. Um, so the euro pound, and maybe I need to take you out to the monthly chart to put it in perspective. Here's the high. Here's these highs. We breached these highs over here. So that was the first point. So we now go to the weekly chart. You can see it. We breached this high, got taken out last week. Okay. Now what happens when a high gets taken out like that? You've got new entrants coming in. You always have fresh traders who will be buying, because at any point people are going to be buying and selling. You will have shorts who may have their stops up there, who are getting stopped out as well when we breach that. And you're going to have fresh short sellers coming into the market saying, we've just breached those highs, I want to sell. And that's essentially where we came in this week. So and then you combine that knowledge of price being at those prior high, which is way back from 2017, so it's an important high, and then you take it and then you drill it down to the smaller time frame. So this is now the daily chart, and then what I look for is just some divergent behavior, and I've got specific strategies around that to then say, okay, we're going to take a short trade there. So you can say, well, it's going against the trend on this occasion, but again, you have to put everything into context of what's going on, with the resistance that's there, and so and then I mean, I'm out now and it's still going lower, so now people will say, well, why did you not hold on? Because I have specific trade criteria and I run my trades to that criteria, which is tested over time. And the trade was still a really nice trade. And so, like I said, it was more than 10 times my little losers I'd had on the euro. So as I can't, looks like I'm not going to get any intraday trades with you. We've got no news coming out today. I thought, what can I do on this video to add some value? And so there you go. So just an idea, a concept to think about when a market like this came up to a high which it's not visited in quite some time. don't get me wrong, they can quite often break through a bit, but a lot of the time, once they do break through, they will then do a retracement, and sometimes those retracements can be nice enough just to um, hop in on if you have specific trade criteria like we have. So there you go. There's an example for this week. So I think coming back to that pound dollar, that's the train has left the station there. So I haven't got anything else from the major currency pairs that I look at. The euro's had a little another little plop down here this morning. It's an hourly chart as it's broken yesterday's lows here, but I I don't. The same concept from what I've just talked to you about is that I don't like selling new lows, not when it's already been coming down as much as it has been. So because you can just end up catching the lows, so to speak. So I'm not predicting a massive bounce, but you never know when they do come in. So for me at the moment, I'm on the outside of that from an intraday perspective. The dollar yen is very flat. Let's have a look at that. Very flat and directionless here at the moment, with some spikes in the middle as well. So there's not really anything here for me other than what was potentially going to be there on the pound. So I'm going to leave that with you today, and at least you can take something from the video and just have some food for thought about concepts around prices when they come up to major prior highs. Take care for now. Have a nice weekend. Kim's back next week giving you your daily commentary as well. If you like these videos, do give them a thumbs up, and I'll be back in touch, I don't know, middle of next week. Ciao for now.